Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. We're back. We're back. Thank y'all so much for joining me. We are here, honey. We are here. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. I had to check out this morning, you guys. I told you guys my son had his awards day, his little graduation awards day. It turned out really, really good. He did very well. He got his awards, child, and he was looking very proud. I was proud of him up there. So yes, honey, thank y'all for allowing me to get on out there and do that for my baby. And then me and my husband took him out to eat at one of his favorite restaurants to reward him. Just kind of spend some time, let him know how much we were, so much proud of him for having a great school year. So, yes, the summer is upon us, child. So he will be home getting on my damn nerves. But I love it. I love him, y'all. That's my baby. So, hey, y'all. Yes, thank y'all. I say congratulations to my son. I appreciate it, Sherelle. Thank you so much. Yeah, y'all know how it is, child. When your kids get to growing up and the end of the school year, he did great. He did really, really good this year. So I'm proud of him. So we rewarded him, honey. Yes. But let's get into the show. Thank y'all for allowing me to get that out the way with him first this morning. But we do have our show. So thank y'all for coming on in. Thank y'all for coming on in. Who we got? Erica Rogers is here. Shirley Terry is here. Cheryl is here. Reba 0616 is in the building. Jella is here. Good morning. Gail West is here. Tanasha Harris is here. Thank you so much, Tanasha. Said congratulations to you, baby. Thank you so much. Pamela Williams, Helena Lee is here. Tam C is here. Denise Slay is here. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the messages. Nikki B, thanks so much for being here as well. Let's get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. I see Isabel Collins. Let's get into our first topic, honey. Jasmine Crockett is snapping off. She is snapping off, honey. Let's get into what she's got to say. Ooh, child. Let's get into Jasmine Crockett, honey. She's going off on Elon Musk. So Representative Jasmine Crockett responds to Attorney General Pam Bondi after threats against her after criticizing Elon Musk. So y'all know Jasmine Crockett, honey, says whatever the hell she wants to say, and she will check whoever, and she do it in such a corporate type of way. But she still got a little hood in her, and that's what I like about her, that she's not afraid to say what she wants to say, honey, to the people. Okay, but let's get into what she had to say right here. All right.
To have the sitting attorney general go on, and I'm gonna call it faux news. I know some of y'all love it, but it's fake to me. To have her go on Fox News and to then decide that she wanted to send a threat to me, it was wrong. Because here it is, she is the highest law enforcement agent in this country, and people are watching and they are consuming this information, and they are believing that simply because I decided that I wanted to exercise my right to free speech, which I am not abridged from doing, that she then wanted to then politicize something that should not be politicized. I don't like Elon Musk. I'm going to say it 50,000 times. I don't like him. I don't like that he going out there and he firing people. I think that he's a crook because somehow the rest of us can't sit around and get whatever federal contracts we want. The rest of us can't sit around and get law enforcement and get them somehow ordained as federal law enforcement to protect him. The rest of us can't get our dealerships protected by the federal government. That is somebody that is operating above the law. For whatever reason, just because he has a lot of money, more money than everybody else. And yes, I am happy to see that on my birthday, which is what I said, there were peaceful protests around this world against him because he is a problem. And so you never should have somebody that is sitting that high and is going to sit up here and threaten a sitting member of Congress when she knew good and well, if she watched the entire thing, that I specifically told protesters to make sure you consult with lawyers, just like I've told protesters over and over and over in the history of me advising people to go out and exercise their constitutional right. The fact that there are other sitting members that have received letters of threat from this new DOJ tells me that they are about retribution and they are not about following the law. To have the sitting attorney general go on, and I'm going to call it faux news. I know some of y'all love it, but it's
Snap off, honey. Go off, honey. Yes, I love it. Now, on March the 23rd, during an appearance on Fox News, says that Bondi cautioned Crockett to tread very carefully regarding her remarks about Musk, meaning Elon Musk. Now, suggesting that such comments could incite violence. It says that Bondi emphasized the administration's commitment to protecting Tesla's owners and addressing domestic terrorism. Now, in response, Crockett appeared on MSNBC asserting that she has never promoted violence whatsoever, said that she also highlighted the administration's handling of the January 6th Capitol rioters, stating that if you have an issue with terrorism, maybe you should talk to your boss about locking back up those that he let out that participated in January the 6th. Y'all remember what happened there where they stormed the White House. Now, they said that the Tesla takedown movement with which Crockett is associated has organized nonviolent protests against Musk's leadership and the Department of Government Efficiency's policies. Now, while the movement emphasizes peaceful demonstrations, that there have been indicants of vandalism at Tesla facilities, which the administration is treating as domestic terrorism. All right. A lot of people are going around vandalizing a lot of Teslas, okay, in response to Elon Musk and what he's got going on. Okay, they're going crazy out there. A lot of people are actually covering up their Tesla symbols on their cars with other symbols or other dealers, okay, and other makes and models of cars. So this is what's going on now. Shout out to Purple Room Politics for that, okay, and shout out to Jasmine Crockett for standing up for the people, honey, because she's gonna always say what the hell she want to say, and that's why I like her. All right, so baby, we might have to beware. Because it's looking like COVID is getting ready to make an all-time touchdown again, baby. All right, so a new COVID variant, honey, NB.1.8.1 is spreading fast. So it might be time to pull the mask back out, baby. If y'all got the mask, you might want to pull them on back out because a new COVID variant is getting ready to spread. It's already spreading. All right, let's go ahead and get you guys updated on what's going on. Yes, honey. Now, new COVID variant NB.1.8.1 is spreading fast, and the government's cutting back vaccine access. Ooh, child. So if you're not fully vaccinated, you better hurry up. Now, it says that a new COVID-19 variant known as NB.1.8.1 is officially in the U.S. and it's spreading quickly. Now, first spotted in travelers arriving in airports or at airports in March and April, it said that the variant has now been reported in several states, including California, Ohio, and Hawaii. Now, NB.1.8.1 is a subvariant of Omicron and comes with all the familiar symptoms: cough, sore throat, fever, fatigue, and even some brain fog and blurred vision. So if you guys are experiencing any of that, you may want to check in with your doctor to see if you may have contracted the new variant. All right. Now, it says, but don't panic. Experts say that it's not causing more severe illness than past versions. It is, however, highly contagious. You hear that? So make sure we're washing hands, hand sanitizers, Lysol. Let's continue to do social distancing, all of that. All right. Try not to be in closed spaces with too many people because, baby, it is contagious and it's spreading. Now, as this new variant spreads, the federal government is rolling out new rules that could make it harder for many people to get COVID-19 booster shots. Under the new plan pushed by the Trump administration, healthy children and pregnant women are no longer being recommended for routine vaccination. Now, instead, boosters will be mainly available to seniors and people with serious health risks. Child. Now, the FDA now wants vaccine makers to run large clinical trials before expanding boosters access to the general population. That means updated shots might not reach everyone in time for the fall. So you better hurry up and get on out there and get them, okay? If you have access to it, go ahead and do it. Now, over 100 million Americans will still qualify for boosters, but if you're healthy and under 65, you might have to wait or pay out of pocket. Now, health officials are warning that this could lead to confusion and lower vaccination rates, especially with insurance coverage up in the air. Now, experts are stressing the basics of keeping your hands clean, mask up in the crowds, and of course, social distancing. Okay. So you guys hear that here. A new variant is out. It's already out and it's touched down already. We saw in California. Let me go back up. California, Ohio, and Hawaii. It's probably spread further than that now. If you fly a lot, you definitely want to be careful with that because you're in close proximity to people when you're on a plane. So make sure you wear your mask. Make sure you're staying protected as much as you can. All right, because they get ready to cut down on these booster shots if you've not already gotten yours. All right. So that's the update on that, honey. Let's get into this update of Diddy thinking that he's going to go out here and get a mistrial so he can get off all these damn charges that he's facing because he's hearing the testimonies that are given in this case, and it's not looking so good for him. But let's go ahead and read up on the updates for this said case because he thought him and his attorneys was getting ready to high five and get on out of there, but the judge was like, not too quick. Sit your ass on down. Not today, Diddy. You won't diddle up out of this. All right, so a judge denies Diddy's defense team's request for a mistrial. That's why his ass is looking like that on the screen. He really thought that over. He was like, yeah, let's go and try for this mistrial and get on out of here. Judge was like, yeah, no, not today. Not today. All right, pump your brakes. All right, so yesterday, Diddy's defense team tried to push for a mistrial in his federal SEX trafficking and racketeering case after they claimed that some of the prosecution's questioning was prejudicial. Now, a judge, though, has determined that the trial will continue as is. Now, during the trial, prosecutors asked Los Angeles Fire Department arson investigators Lance Jimenez if fingerprint evidence related to the bombing of Kid Cudi's car had been destroyed, and they asked who might have ordered the destruction of the evidence. That sounds fishy. Somebody got paid to do some stuff. That's all I'm saying. Somebody got paid to do something to some evidence, because how you have it now, you ain't got it no more when it's time for the trial. Diddy done paid somebody allegedly to get rid of some shit because he know he's in hot water. He knew that would be a very intricate piece into his case in terms of evidence. Now it says that Diddy's attorneys argued that this line of questioning could potentially imply that Diddy ordered the evidence to be destroyed. Said that which they claim is prejudiced rather, and implies that Diddy has the influence to buy his way out of trouble. You did it with Shine. What the hell? You did it with Shine. You paid Shine, and you didn't pay him all his money. You paid Shine to take the rap for you in that pow and in the club back in the day when you and Jennifer Lopez were dating. And Shine very stupidly, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, went up in there and did that time without having that money transferred first. And then when he got out, Diddy wanted to only give him 10K, 10 racks. Y'all heard him say it the other day when I played it on my channel. Rapper Shine said that Diddy only paid him 10 racks when he owed him millions of dollars. And still have yet to do it. All right, so it said that they were trying to plant this idea to the jurors that Mr. Combs authorized this. Defense attorney Alexandra Shapiro says. Now, despite their claims, the judge didn't agree to deny the motion for a mistrial, stating that the questions were prejudicial. Says that prejudicial, how you say that shit. Says that the judge then instructed the jury not to consider questions about the lost fingerprints and struck it from the record. So I think they got enough to hold him. This one little piece here, I don't think is going to determine whether he is found guilty or not. I feel like the more people testify, and they do have more people to testify. They want a mistrial because they have more people coming in to give more evidence against him. So Diddy's been sitting back listening to everybody up on the stand talking, giving their accounts of things that's happened. I want to say yesterday, Capricorn Clark got on the stand and she really gave some very, very good testimony about Diddy and what she experienced and or witnessed while she worked for him down at Bad Boy Records and just being around him, period. So he is starting to see the testimonies of people who've been around him and that know things that he's done illegally starting to mount up, and he's really trying to stop and halt all of this because he don't have anything else. I don't think his defense team has anything else that they can do except ask for a mistrial. Now that's failed, so now y'all got to keep fighting. Now you got to keep sitting back and listening to other people coming in and throwing your ass under the bus, Diddy. And I think that they're fresh the fuck out of anything now. I really think that they don't have anything else. They're gonna bullshit their way through the rest of this damn case. Do I think Diddy's gonna serve some time? I do. Most of his charges and a lot of the testimony is very similar to what R. Kelly was dealing with in his case. If R. Kelly gets 30 years and Diddy walk, I'm going to know something. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to know something. If Diddy walks, and the majority of the testimony of this case with Diddy mirrors what was going on with R. Kelly in terms of the racketeering, the SEX trafficking, and prostitution. A lot of it sounds very similar. So Hence the reason why the judge was probably like, yeah, no, we ain't doing no mistrial. Keep in mind, this is a federal case. Most federal cases, they do win. If the feds are coming after you and they have a case against you, most of the time they win their case. So if you get out of this, I'm really going to be shocked. Somebody done got paid some money. Somebody done got threatened. Something happened down the pipeline. Okay, yeah. It's time to throw the buttermilk out after that because it's definitely not going to be clean. But let's move on. All right, somebody else has something to say about this damn Diddy case. I don't think we need to be letting people that use mushrooms on news outlets to be getting up here talking about somebody else's case when they need to be in rehab. Ray J, you need to be in rehab. You out here doing ecstasy, every kind of drug you can get your hand on, allegedly, including mushrooms and every damn thing else. I don't think you need to be sitting up here talking to Piers Morgan about nobody else's case. I don't think you need to talk about it. But it says that Ray J predicts that Diddy will get out of jail as he weighs in on the SEX trafficking and racketeering trial. He said that there's nothing here. Well, I think you were there when a lot of this shit went down, Ray J. You were definitely there, just like you were there when Whitney Houston took her last breath. You don't want to talk about that, though, do you? You want to talk about Diddy's case, but when people ask you about what happened to Whitney Houston and why you ran up out of that room, like your ass was Usain Bolt in that bitch, you ain't got nothing to say about that. But all of a sudden now you want to sit up here with your damn eyes closed. Maybe you had today. I don't know. You got so much to say about what's going on in the Diddy case. Okay? Yeah, it's giving that. Because won't you, Whitney Houston's runner, her drug runner, posing as her boyfriend, taking pictures and videos and sitting on red carpets with her, with your arm around her like you was her man, when really you was her runner boy to go out to the streets and get whatever she wanted from the streets? Allegedly. Given how you were crying at their funeral. That was a guilt cry. That's what that was. That was a guilt cry. But let's move on into what he had to say, honey, because you can fool me once, but you damn sure won't fool me again. Let's get into this.
There's things that we saw in these videos, and they were disturbing, and that's not okay, right? But looking at the crimes that he's being charged for, this is where it starts to go overboard, and it's like whoever was mad at the top was really mad, and I think we're here now. And I think it's a flex because, like, what are they trying to get out of this in this court case? Does everybody that's talking about these stories, do they want to see Puffy rot in jail? Is that what we're here for? Because I just think that that's unfair, and just knowing everybody, it just could have been done a different way. And now it's starting to worry me. And I honestly think that Diddy will get out. And I think that there's nothing here, right? I think they made their point, whatever they were trying to make. Your point is made. Now let Diddy out. Free Diddy.
Wow, you think he's gonna walk?
I think so. And I think I personally think it's gonna happen faster than a lot of people think, because I think we're all starting to see what this is. Even if you're on the other side of it, I mean, the justice system is the justice system. Where does this fit in right as opposed to right and wrong? It's off.
So let's break this down a little bit, Ray J, because I know you've been on drugs a little bit. All right, your brain is fried, baby. Your brain is fried like the egg I fried this morning before I left to go to my son's graduation out here. Bottom line is the case. What they're doing in this case, the feds. And the judicial system, what they're doing is they're getting testimony in terms of being able to link different testimonies into the charges that they have against Diddy. Racketeering, SEX trafficking. Obviously, Cassie was trafficked, honey. I don't care how you want to. She was prostituted as well. Anytime that you exchange money for SEX, that's prostitution. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care what you do. We've heard several people talk about it. Cassie stood up there and she did her testimony as well. She testified to it. This is what he's being charged for. So there's no fucking way he's going to walk after it's already been proven that he was prostituting this girl, not just in one state, several. This girl said that they've been in just about every fucking hotel she can imagine. Let's go back to the CNN video where he was being aggressively violent towards her. She was trying to then get away from an prostitution slash FO moment because she didn't want to do it, but she was made to do. So it shows his aggression in pimp-like form in order trying to make her do some sexual favors that she was not in favor of doing. That's what pimps do. You don't want to do it, they become aggressive. It's this. When you don't do it, they ask you. We saw him hitting, kicking, punching, everything that you can imagine, and dragging her back to the place she did not want to be. She was running from there. We've heard testimonies from Don Richard where she said she witnessed Diddy assaulting her, and in other situations where Capricorn Clark, she talked about situations as well that she's seen with it. So Cassie was definitely trafficked. Okay, trafficking, prostitution, racketeering, all of these things are being talked about in this case, and the prosecution, they're putting it where it needs to go. So do I feel like Diddy will walk? And I just said it, I do not. I do not. A lot of people saying, why they keep talking about the sex? Why they keep talking about this? Why they keep talking about him and Cassie? Why they keep talking about him being violent? Because it's connected to something else. And that's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to look at it. I feel like Ray J is, and he said it before, Hollywood ain't been Hollywood since Diddy got locked up. You know why? Because Diddy was throwing all the parties where people would go and get high and do all the things that they were doing, being locked up in rooms with people that were probably high out of their mind and didn't know why they were there or how they got there. So Diddy was throwing the real lavish, real nice parties in Hollywood, and a lot of people missed that. But do you see any of those people in court testifying for him? You sure don't. Where are those same friends? I said it the other day. Where are those same friends that was there Diddy bopping in his parties and sipping his damn alcohol and eating up his food? Where are those people? What we do see is people testifying against him. I don't think he's going to walk from this. Now, if he get off on one, and I said the other day, if he gets off on one particular charge, he will not clear the others. He will just not clear the others, okay? Yeah, he will not. He will not. They're going to get him on something. He going to serve some more time. Now, he'll get time served from the time he was in there, but he going to get some time above the time that he's going to get served. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm predicting that because his ass need to be locked up. Any man who put his hands on a woman and prostitute a woman out when you have daughters, motherfucker, you need to be locked up. And I don't have any sympathy for him. I don't give a hot boiling damn. They leave his ass in there till he leave this earth, honey, till he see the king. He needs to be locked the fuck up. Nigga, you got daughters. How would you like it if somebody prostituted out your twin daughters and made them do some of the nasty, egregious shit that you had Cassie doing? Motherfuckers peeing in her mouth. She got mouth sores. Walking around with her ass hurting, all because you out here prostituting her. And you are a whole girl dad of 3 daughters that we know, 4 daughters that we know of. Like, people get on my nerves, like, oh, he need to get out. He does not need to get out. He does not need to get out. Diddy is a horrible person. He's a very violent person. He is a danger to society because the motherfucker got money and did not know how to act after the fact. He got this God complex, and he said it in a video. I can do whatever I want to do. I get whatever I want to get. He really feels like he is untouchable. So people like that, you have to humble them. And the only way you can do that, baby, is putting their ass behind bars and letting them sit there. He needs to sit there and think. And the whole time he's been in there, he still think he runs something because he's calling people 30 and 40 times trying to tell them what he wants them to do and not do, like he's still running shit. And the motherfucker ain't doing nothing right now but running his mouth. And that's it. I heard a phone call the other day where he was talking to his son, the one that looked like him, talking to him in codes. I said, see, there it go right there. He's still conducting dirty business behind prison walls. Okay, now they do have these gang and drug task force that know how to decode some of these phone calls. So I hope he know that as well. Yeah. He need to sit for a while. Just like R. Kelly. Nigga that sang for Honey Buns now. I done told you. Let his ass sit in there. Let his ass Diddy bop in there for a little bit more. Okay. All right, let's get into testimony, and then we're gonna move on, child. Lord, I'm trying to give y'all all the updates that I can with this. Thank y'all so much for all the graduation messages for my son, and for anyone else who has kids that's graduating today. Congratulations to you guys. That's a huge accomplishment. Okay, you only get to do that once unless you decide to go back to school again. So congratulations. School is getting ready to be out. I hope you guys are very much so proud of your kids, just like I was today. I was smiling and taking videos, plenty of videos and pictures, because that was a moment, baby. My son and let me tell you about my son, and we're gonna get into the show. My son don't like a lot of attention. he got a little shy streak in him. Like he'll get up and do things, but like he don't like for all the attention because they had like this red carpet thing that he had to walk down to go get his award. He was not feeling that. I could tell. I told my husband, I said, "Uh-oh, here you go." As soon as they called his name for him to walk down the red carpet, I saw him put his hands in his pockets, which says to me he's a little nervous. All right, because the place was packed. There was like people over here, and all the students were there. But when they called his name, he had like a little smirk, and my baby got dimples, y'all. So I was like, "Oh Lord, here you go." He's walking down the carpet, child, and he kind of took his eyes over like that and looked at us, and he was just like. So he's kind of shy a little bit when it gets to being out in front of people, but he was very excited to get his award and for them to call him out and, call out his accomplishments for the year. I was just like, look at my baby up here. So, yeah, so we took him out so he can have, lunch at his favorite place that he likes to go. So we went there, sat down and let him do that. And we just talked and we just had a great family moment. So I was just like, look at my baby growing up. So he's going to fourth grade. He is going to fourth grade, but baby, he's almost taller than me. I'm just like, he's supposed to be in high school right now. He is almost taller than me, but so yeah, shout out to my baby, and shout out to all of you guys with kids who are moving on to the next level, okay? Because that's what it's all about. Yeah, so let's move on into this Diddy Trial week 3, day 1, what you missed. So let's catch everybody up. All right, so shout out to the Ebony Issue. Let's get into it. So ex-assistant Capricorn Clark delivers emotional testimony. Let's get into what she had to say. All right, Cassie, talent, and tension. This is what they're going to be talking about. Agafino, which is Diddy's case, asked, did you think Cassie was talented? Capricorn Clark responded by saying that she had talent and was very beautiful, but not talented, and I have very good taste. She said that Cassie needed things equalized in the studio and likened real talent to Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, meaning she could sing, but she couldn't sing. You got to press some buttons to put her back in key. That's what they were saying, okay? I picked that up on when she did the Me and You song. Okay, y'all remember the song Me and You? Yeah, that was my song too. So Clark claimed that Cassie grew less focused on work. She preferred to be with her boyfriend after Kim had the twins. She said that I saw her developing more with Puff. Said that Clark testified that Diddy gave Cassie resources that others didn't receive, which is like stylists, writers, and high-end production support. She worked for it. She worked on her back and on her knees for it, so she should get it. Period. Let's move on. Kidnapping and pow pow incident continues. Let's get into it. Said that she testified about Diddy allegedly entering her building armed. This is Capricorn Clark speaking. Okay. It says that he had a pow pow in his hand, not pointing it at me, just waving it. Says that later she admitted that she told the government that he may have pointed it at her, but now says that waving it is more correct. Goes on to say that when asked, how did Diddy get into her building? She says that she heard that one of the security guards was fired for letting him in, but didn't know too much about the guard. Okay. Diddy had a way of manipulating people to get what he wanted. Slip them a few dollars and they let him pass on through. That's probably what happened because he tried to do that for the security at the hotel where he was hitting Cassie. And it was like, yeah, no. Okay, no. So Clark testified about seeing Kid Cudi drive up in a black Porsche after the alleged break-in, said that he stopped next to us, then speeds off, says that we chased him, but we lost him, okay? She says that they returned to Diddy's home where she witnessed him attack Cassie, says that he kicked her from the front vestibule into the street. That's far. Okay. Yeah. So we saw how them kicks be. If you go back and look at that video on CNN, he really be kicking. All right. Like she's a damn dog or something. Said that she called multiple people to help, including Cassie's mother, but said that she did not call the police, of course, out of fear. Clark says that she went to Bad Boy President Harve Pierre to report the alleged kidnapping, but he was soon to put her on a 30-day notice. It says that claims that she went on vacation with Rihanna. Said the email presented in court shows that Capricorn Clark saying that she knows that she's getting fired and that she's being forced to come back early from vacation for a meeting. She says said that she will record the meeting just in case for any legal proceedings that may come up. And said that she was subsequently fired. So she knew she was going to be fired. She went to the Bad Boy President Harve Pierre. That's the brown skin guy that be hanging around Diddy with the bald head that you always used to see him on Making the Band with Diddy. You saw Diddy, you saw him, the dude with the bald head. So she went to him because he was the president of Bad Boy to let him know, hey, this is what's going on. This is what Diddy was doing to Cassie. We need help. So he goes and tells Diddy. Of course, Diddy of course, told him, put her on a 30-day notice, and then shortly thereafter, she was fired, okay? Because she saw too much. Now, blacklisting and industry warnings, all right? So Capricorn Clark testified that she met with Jimmy Levine about new opportunities that was instead warned to stay away from Diddy. Now, she claimed that Diddy told her that he was going to make her unalive herself and that she would never work again. Now, she says that she lost everything, her job, benefits, 401k, her house, and car, couldn't take care of her autistic son. Said that she had gotten an opportunity from Chris Lighty to work with 50 Cent, references the beef between Diddy also had with the rapper. So, you know, Diddy and 50 had a little beef at one point. Says, but Chris Lighty ends up dying. I remember this by suicide. So they were saying that his death was kind of suspicious because this was around the same time that Capricorn Clark was trying to work with him. And a lot of people was trying to say that maybe Diddy had some ties to Chris Lighty not being here anymore. But they're saying that when she was going to, the day that she was supposed to go and work, or the day before she was supposed to work for Chris Lighty, that he was found unalived. The day before she was supposed to sign her contract there. Suspicious. Now, emails from Capricorn Clark to Diddy were shown in court. Says that in one that she writes, my hope is that this year you'll forgive me. Says that I wish that I would have minded my business and let grown people do what they wanted. So this is her begging because she has nothing else, no other opportunities after that thing fell through with Chris Lighty, where she thought she was going to have a job to be able to bounce back. She's now going back begging Diddy to see if she can get back in, because I don't know if anybody knows it. Whenever you work with Diddy, you don't work with him no more. And if it's under bad terms or circumstances, he then reaches out to people in the industry to blackball or blacklist you to where you can't work anywhere else unless he gives you a good recommendation. Okay. He's done it to several of his artists. If they were with Bad Boy and they left under bad pretenses, you won't work anywhere else. You won't sign anywhere else, because Diddy would pick up the phone and fuck up your entire life. He just has that type of power. So this is what he was doing to her. This is Capricorn Clark emailing Diddy and pretty much trying to, talk him into allowing her to come back and giving her job back. So it said that she was never my friend, meaning Cassie, said that she wanted me gone. And I realized, said referencing Cassie. Now, another message reads, says that your grace period to be mad at me has surpassed the agreed time, LOL. She's trying to butter him up. He ain't feeling it. Said that she wrote the messages because she wanted her life back and she wanted to work in the industry again because Diddy blackballed her. Said that she gets very emotional during this testimony because she lost everything. She has a son who is nonverbal, who she was also taking care of. She lost her insurance and everything after Diddy wound up firing her because she saw too much in the Cassie situation. So she testified that after she was let go, that she felt isolated and frustrated watching things deteriorate while Cassie remained in Diddy's inner circle. Now, she said that she had tried to maintain professionalism and saw herself as someone trying to move the ball forward and have a goal, someone who could inspire and protect Diddy. Said that when asked if it hurt that Diddy only considered rehiring her in 2016 because Cassie wanted it, Clark became emotional, saying, yes, I have no parents. My son is nonverbal and autistic. My stakes are higher, sir. Okay. Child, this is a mess. So more emails, according to them, said that Clark was informed about a 2021 message where she allegedly admitted to having the biggest crush on Diddy when they met. She says that she doesn't remember writing that. Now, it goes on to say that she also testified that as part of the 2012 legal settlement, that Diddy agreed to help her get future work by writing a positive reference letter. But when she followed up on in June of 2021, he never sent it. Now, Diddy was upset with her because Diddy jumped on Capricorn Clark, okay? And you guys can go and verify and look this up. Diddy jumped on Capricorn Clark whenever she spoke up and spoke out about the relationship between Kid Cudi and Cassie, because she knew about it. She was covering for Cassie. Cassie would call and say, hey, don't tell Diddy that I'm over here with, Kid Cudi. And she would keep that secret. But when Diddy found out that Capricorn Clark knew that Cassie was messing around with or dating Kid Cudi, because Capricorn Clark knew about it, she took a very, very bad beating. She had black eyes. She was beat up really bad, kind of like how he used to do Cassie. Okay, she wound up then suing the record label. All right, and she got a huge sum of money behind that. But Diddy was not feeling her after that, because anyone who comes against him or holds him accountable for when he do shit, you pretty much don't get shit from him after that. All right, so Diddy agreed to help her get future work, like I said, by writing a positive letter. That is what she asked him to do. But when she followed up in June 2021, he never sent the letter. She said that she reached out in December of 2023 because she was disturbed by Cassie's civil suit. Said that thought that if she reached out, that Diddy would then think that it was a threat. Said that also admitted that a time that she encouraged Cassie to leave Diddy, where Cassie allegedly responds that Jay-Z is taken, so who else would I date? So Cassie maybe felt the need to stay with Diddy because of the lifestyle he was able to provide her. But she was saying, hey, I would leave Diddy, but hey, who else am I going to get the same lifestyle from? So Cassie was staying with Diddy and being beat up and disrespected and being FO'd for the lifestyle. And of course, by fear and Stockholm syndrome and other things. Okay. He mentally and physically, psychologically, and every other controlled Cassie. So she was afraid to leave, because what was she going to leave for? She hadn't had a job in years. Okay. Mind you, she's been with Diddy since 18, 19 years old. By this time, she's well into almost her late 20s, going into her 30s. What is she going to do? What is she going to do? You got somebody coming to do your hair every day. You're riding around in a Rolls Royce. You're living in a nice upscale apartment, penthouse apartment. You have everything to your disposal. If you don't want to cook, you got a chef. So for her to leave without anything, Diddy wasn't giving her any money. She still owed him 9 albums from a 10-album contract that he had her locked in. So she was fucked from day one. So he made it hard for her to leave. So let's get off that child. Ooh, that's going to make me mad. I'm not ready to yell. All right, so let's get into Kenya Moore's husband business. Let's get into Kenya Moore's husband business, Mark the Narc. Okay, because we got some stuff on him. Child. Ain't that a mess? Ooh, child, may that type of love never find me. Okay. May that love never find me. I don't want nobody to feel like they got to do all that just to give me a Range Rover and or that. Like, I don't need it. Shit. I can buy my own shit if I got to go through all that. You ain't gonna hit, kick, punch, call me a bitch and all this other stuff, pull my hair. Well, I don't know. I like pulling hair. I like that. I like that a little bit sometimes. Just don't pull it too hard. But, you know, FOing me out and with strange men on Craigslist and shit like that. Yeah, I can do without that. Okay. I can do without all that. All right. So let's get into Kenya Moore's husband. Mark Dailyaly. All right. Kenya Moore's ex-husband Mark Dailyaly's New York City restaurant has been shut down. Ain't that convenient after he and Kenya have separated or divorced now? They divorced now. So you guys know he had 2 restaurants, Soho in California. I think he had one in New York too. Anywho, as you guys know, when he and Kenya first started dating, he had a bunch of liens on his businesses, and Kenya in turn paid those liens off. I think it was like 3 or 4 to be exact. And in return, he gave Kenya a baby. So that's why I always said I felt like their relationship was more so business versus love and pleasure. I feel like he got something out of the deal. Kenya always wanted to be a mom, so it just made sense that she would find her a nice, fine-looking man to go out here and have a baby with. Of course, y'all know they got married. He never lived with her. They never, I feel like had the whole sanctity of marriage, because while he stayed in New York, I talked about it some time back on my show that he was still dibbling and dabbling with one of his baby mamas. Mark also has kids with other women as well. So one of his baby mamas was off and on staying with him in his apartment in New York. And when Kenya would come into town, Kenya was staying at a hotel versus with her husband, which I always thought that was weird. She and her daughter would like stay in a hotel, and then she would take her daughter to his apartment, and then they would just kind of hang out whenever. So I feel like, I was like, what kind of relationship is that? Like, girl, when you go to New York, you're supposed to stay with him. You're supposed to sleep in his bed. But then again, I would never want to be in a situation like that because I don't like long distance shit. But in this situation, they were married, and that was mad weird. So yeah, let's get into him and what they're saying here about him losing his restaurants. All right. Anybody here like long distance relationships? I can't do it. I can't. I like to be touched, filled, all. I can't. And you can't do that from New York, child. You can't do that from there. All right. And it's too expensive to be flying when I want some. I don't want to do that. When I want something, I don't want to get on a plane, child. I gotta, by the time I get there, I ain't even in the mood no more. But anyway, so if you were planning on having dinner at SoCo in Brooklyn, they said make other plans, child, because the New York City eatery owned by Mark Dailyaly, the ex-husband of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore, has closed its doors for good. Now, Mark quietly shut down the business at the end of 2024, rebranding the restaurant's Instagram profile to a new entity called Pulse Media. They said to find out the full details on what we know about Mark's next move. Now, it said the Kenya Moore's ex, Mark Dailyaly, has been forced to close his New York City restaurant. Says a goodbye, Brooklyn, child. Ooh, child. Now, it says that all right, so it says that what a ride. This is what Mark is saying. What a ride. It was an amazing run, but like all good things must come to an end. Goodbye, Brooklyn. You will always be my hometown. It says it is with full heart that I announced the closure of SoCo. After 15 years of serving our wonderful community, it's time for me to explore a new adventure in media. So I move onward and upward. He said, I want to express my deepest gratitude for the loyal support and the cherished moments shared within those walls. Said it has been an incredible journey. Thank you for being part of SoCo, New York City story. Said that I will carry the spirit of Brooklyn with me as I focus on my new venture in the South. He said the SoCo restaurant will close on December 31st. So come by and enjoy a Brooklyn classic with sincere gratitude, MD, which is Mark Dailyaly. All right. So this is him letting everyone know his restaurant is good. Now, although Mark confirmed his restaurant closure last year on Instagram, it goes on to say that the Sun just went the extra mile to report on the news by publishing photos of the shuttered restaurant. Said that the former location of the business has bright orange for the lease sign plastered on every single window. Now, the closure of SoCo appears to be related to Mark's dire financial situation. Last year, we learned that he was facing eviction from the Brooklyn apartment and owed nearly $10,000 in unpaid rent on various properties. Here you go again. See, he was in a financial mess when he met Kenya, and he's right back in it again. Now, according to his Instagram page, that he's now leaving Brooklyn altogether. Mark wrote, "Goodbye, Brooklyn. You will always be my hometown." Said that it is with a full heart that I announced. Well, we just read that. In Mark's farewell post to Brooklyn and the restaurant he operated for 15 years, he said that I was looking forward to this new venture in the South. In another post, he hinted at an upcoming coffee business that he's bringing to Atlanta. So it's given he's going to move to Atlanta, which then he'll be closer to his daughter that he shares with Kenya, also named Brooklyn. Okay, so that might be a good thing because they do have to co-parent. It would be easier if he's in the same city as Kenya. So, he can stop by and see the child and maybe break her back a couple times, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna give him some. All right, that's used to be your husband / baby daddy child. I don't know. Said that with Mark seemingly in Atlanta, co-parenting with Kenya is about to get a little easier. Like I just said that he has to pay her $2,000 in child support every month, so he might as well be a little closer. Okay, where he gonna get it from? He ain't got money to be paying his child. Where he gonna get $2,000 from? Now he ain't got no restaurant. I hope this little coffee shop business do well, because baby, to get behind in child support, your little sweet ass gonna be looking real cute up in the jail down there in Georgia. Says that the Real Housewives of Atlanta airs. Of course, you guys know new episodes on Bravo every Sunday at 8/7 Central. Yeah, and that's it on that. So he's lost his stuff, and he's looking like he's getting ready to be moving to Atlanta to be closer to Kenya. Shout out to Yahoo News, because that's where we saw it. That could be a good thing. All right. That could be a good thing. Hopefully she don't get back with him, child, because he sucks. He sucks. All right, so let's get into Fedra, honey. Fedra Parks says that Porsha Williams encouraged her to return to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all know freaking frack, child. Frick and frack is Porsha and doggone Fedra. All right, and Fedra just made her debut back on Real Housewives of Atlanta this past Sunday, and it went well. All right, the episode was pretty good, and the ratings were pretty good from what I hear. So Fedra being back in her comfortable zone, which is Real Housewives of Atlanta versus Married to Medicine, because she sucked over there. It's given that she was a little more alive. She had more reads. It was like she was back home. She was talking a little more. She was more unsure of herself on Married to Medicine. So I could see a difference in her actions and how she was moving when she was over here, child, on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's more comfortable being around the people that she used to work with. All right, so let's get into what Fedra, I like to call it that. had to say.
That's Fedra Parks on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You are finally back.
Yes.
Okay, what brought you back?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It was the right time. My kids are older. I'm in a great place. You know, I went through a lot when I was on it for the first 9 years. So it was a great time to come back. And Porsha was excited about coming back. So it was a great time to return.
Did you reach out to each other and discuss it?
Reached out to me and said, hey, would you consider coming back? And so I said, well, it depends. And so
she's an ally.
Definitely an ally.
Okay. And what do you think about the new cast?
The girls are great.
Okay.
Definitely different, but you know, it needed a little spicing up.
Sure.
And so it's like a little revamp, a little refresh, and like some new carpet.
That's Fedra Parks on the Real House.
How you compare the women to new carpet? It's not some new carpet. Phaedra always have a way with words. Okay, say what you want to about Phaedra. She's funny as hell sometimes. All right. So of course, Phaedra also shared that her co-star Porsha Williams reached out to her, like I said, to encourage her to return, which I thought was a great idea for her to come back because they needed that extra push. Okay, something was it was like the wheels were doing this in the mud. But Phaedra came back, child, and it's giving that the show is kind of moving along. Said that she, as well as meaning Porsha, reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you consider coming back?" Y'all know that Porsha was supposed to be the star of the show this season, but it's giving everybody else is showing being the star versus her, because she ain't really got no storyline like that, so she can't really talk about Simon. So shout out to Phaedra for coming back, honey, and helping the show with this good old push. All right, we'll see what happens. Now y'all know they get ready to do a girls trip, and y'all know usually when they do girls trips, that's when the episodes be pretty good because a lot of drama and stuff like that be going on. Phaedra will be going on and joining them on said girls trip for Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we're gonna see what it's giving. We're gonna see what it's giving. All right, moving on, child. All right, so Drew and Porsha meet up to have a conversation. Now, y'all know these two been fighting off and on this season over damn Dennis, y'all. The hot dog man is what they call him. But let's get into what was said. They're getting ready to meet up and have a sit down. And, of course, Portia's going to throw a little shade towards Drew's way. And let's see how they respond. Not the Bravo Shade Room.
Hi. What can I do for you today? I'm coming in to meet a friend. It's well, actually, I think I see right her. here. There you go. Okay. Alrighty. Hey.
Hi.
I didn't recognize you from the back. Here I am. That's not Go Naked hair.
Oh, she said it was.
It's a mixture.
Okay.
I just ordered some tea. I'll take some tea as well. Level of mint is really good.
Or terrific ginger.
Ooh. Now I need that because I'm hoarse. Can I get another one?
All right.
I feel like it's time to meet with Drew. If we're gonna be on the trip with the girls, I just don't want any bad feelings. I'm losing my voice, so I need the ginger and the turmeric. Yeah. That's together. Showcase coming out? I do. I'm having an album release showcase. Well, I don't even know if you know, but I did sign my deal with Dennis. I am aware that she is still working with Dennis, but on the scale of 1 to 10 of what matters in my life, this is pretty much a 2.
Y'all see that? So the two of them met up, and Drew is letting her know, are you aware that I signed this damn deal with Dennis? So she did just sign a contract, a musical contract with Dennis. It's given that Porsha still has like a little uncertainty when it comes to Drew working with Dennis, because I think she feels deep down there may be some flirtation going on. I think that Porsha is planning to, at some point, if she's not already, spin the block on Dennis, or maybe she's just that type of baby mama that don't want to see him with nobody else because she used to have him. That's what it's giving. Because she is really upset about Drew being around and or filming with Dennis. I just don't know. I feel like she might have her legs to the moon from time to time over there with Dennis. Because Dennis was hanging around a lot, and I don't think he was always coming over there to see the baby. Because y'all know some of those men, child, when you kind of break up with them and you got kids with them, they always like to say, I want to talk to my baby. I want to come over and see my baby. Baby be done, child be 11:30 at night, and the baby be knocked out. But they ain't coming over there to see no baby. What you coming to do at 11:30 at night? Talking about you want to see the baby. You coming over there to see something else. So that's what it's giving with Porsha and Dennis. Because I follow both of them, and they do be out a lot together. And that's fine. Because like I said, Porsha, you do share a child with him. But at the end of the day, you do need to go ahead and finalize your divorce. Now, I told you guys as well that Porsha was trying to also be dating this older man. It was like in his 70s or something over in Africa. He's supposed to be like a king or something over there. Very wealthy. And this man is also married. Shout out to Tasha K because she's the one that broke the story on that. And I'm just like, Porsha is just gonna always chase the bag. It's like to the point she's getting to the point where she don't really give a hot damn if this person is married or not, that she really wants to have this lifestyle. She talked about it on this past episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, that when she left Cordell or when he left her, that she really left with nothing. She gave up everything and he threw all of her stuff out and she was just left with nothing. So she says that the next go round, whenever she married Simon, that she made sure to put things into place so that she would be okay, just in case the situation did not work out. Well, as you guys see it, Simon got picked up in February by ICE. The house that she was staying in, which was owned by Simon, I think her name may be on it as well, I'm not sure, but the house has gone into foreclosure. So now she's out having to look for another place for she and her daughter to stay. She's still doing her businesses, the Go Naked hair, her bed sheets, and something else I think that she does. But and then of course she gets a check from Bravo, Real Housewives of Atlanta, NBC Universal. At the end of the day, I feel like Porsha is looking for that lifestyle that she sees that Shamia, her friend, or if we can call them that, that Shamia has. That's what she's always wanted. She wanted a man with a lot of money that can give her a certain lifestyle, so she didn't have to work as hard. And that's okay. A lot of women don't want to have to work too hard. But at the end of the day, I think Porsha just continues to choose bad when it comes to relationships out of desperation. Okay, I really feel that way. I feel like she changed exactly who she was to be with Cordell. She was this beard type of wife. That wasn't who she wanted to be. But Cordell had money. Cordell could take her places she's never been. Cordell could give her a certain lifestyle that she's never had. So she was willing to be this Stepford wife. And that ain't something she wanted to do. She talked about it on the show. You know, cook, clean, and he let me go here. He let me do this and do that. Like, girl, how old are you? But at the end of the day, she then went over and married Simon, who I don't feel was fully out of his situation with Fallon. And you see where that got you. Okay, he's turned into a full-blown bitch on you because every time you turn around, he's was before Ice picked his ass up, on the blogs and feeding the blogs information about he and Porsha. It was starting to become very cringe. But now she's attaching herself to Drew Sidora this season in order to stay afloat because she's sinking. And the fans are starting to see it. The fans of the show are starting to see that Porsha is doing this. You're sinking, girl. And you're holding on to Drew Sidora as a lifeline and being fake mad at the fact that something that you knew, that Drew Sidora already said, that you already knew prior to them coming on the show or the show even starting, that she was working with Dennis. So it's like you fake mad at her to create the storyline after Simon has served you these cease and desist papers on not speaking on him, which you were counting on that being your storyline when you came on the show. So it's like you stuck like Chuck and you really need Drew. So what better way than to make up with Drew so that you can keep her name in your mouth so that you can stay relevant on a show that everybody started to say that you're not relevant in anymore. All right, moving on, girl. The people are like, girl, we're not feeling you this season. We're not, girl. We're not. All right, so let's also get into the next topic where it says that Porsha Williams' baby daddy, Dennis Honey McKinley, says that he chose to work with Drew Sidora because they were both going through breakups. All right. Now, not to make a person fall in love or want to do some crazy little freaky deaky stuff with a person when they have something in common. When you're both going through a breakup, when you both got that heartbreak and heartache child like Brandy and Wanye broken hearted over there, you're probably gonna do a little bit. And everybody know a lot of stuff goes down in the studio, not with me, but things go down in the studio that you don't mean to go down. You know, you in there singing on that shit, and the next thing you know, some of the songs start resonating with you, and Dennis is staring at you, and maybe you went over there and sat on his lap and bounced a little bit. I don't know, I won't in there, but Dennis goes on and said that he calls his ex-marriage or calls Porsha's ex-marriage to Simon a red flag. Okay. Some of y'all have the moments where you get weak and go sit on their lap and then you just bounce a little bit and things happen. It makes things a little hard back there. I don't know. But let's continue. Keep it clean, child, because the kids are getting out of school. Oh, Jesus. Oh shit. My bad, guys. My bad. I know when I get to talking shit, I forget. All right, don't fuss at me. I'm about to share. Caramel, we can't see, damn it. All right, I'm about to share. All right, we just testing it out. All right, now. All right, so here we go. Let's start it back up. All right, and boom.
What's your process when it comes to picking artists you want to work with?
For Drew, at the time, to be honest, we was both going through some shit, She was going through a divorce. My baby mama was on getting married. It's like in every country, every time I look on the internet, she had another wedding and shit. I said, I got to hit the studio my damn self. So, period. We got the right.
So that's what made you hit the studio. Nigga had to work.
These niggas be acting tough, man. Hey, you see your bitch get broke, you know what I'm saying? You I don't care how tough a nigga is, you feel me? Mm-hmm. That's my baby mama. Only kid I got.
That's real.
Y'all still follow each other on socials?
My dog.
Oh, yeah.
That's still my dog.
Sometimes you just got to.
Fuck socials. It's about real life.
Sometimes. You got to protect your peace on social media, too. Sometimes you got to mute the page.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you on another island with another nigga.
No, but that's my homie, though. We good. We always was good. But, Drew was going through some shit. And I'm like, yo, you got to come to the studio.
Mm. What is your process? Facts or cap? If someone moves on too fast after a relationship, is that a red flag? Facts or cap?
I'm going facts, man. Porsha, I love you, baby, but she
Hey, my bitch Porsha don't play.
Hey, she left me, got married. Hey, we back in the game. You know what I mean? So. Facts.
Damn, Porsche. Shit.
He said every time I looked on the internet,
every time I look
she in a new country with a
new country.
Woo.
Facts and cap.
What I told you that word mean?
Fat. I'm not going the sexual route. Fat. I don't know. My last one, I was already kind of out of it when I was in the relationship. So me moving on, it wasn't like when I broke up. Like I was out of it before I left the nigga.
We always do be out of it before.
Yeah, we be trying so hard. We be chugging the choo-choo train so long with y'all. Y'all niggas just go off track and you have to beat a nigga up for real.
Shut up. That's a cap. If someone...
What y'all think about what Dennis had to say? So it sounds like he and Porsha might be getting that old thing back. I ain't mad shit. Y'all got a child together. If y'all can work it out, maybe Dennis is going to be the one this time around because y'all know he was supposed to get married before. He proposed to Porsha, but then went out and cheated on Porsha, and Porsha decided to leave him. And I think she was on her get back. I think she was trying to prove a point that, look, nigga, I can find somebody else, okay? Do I feel like she was 100% happy with Simon? I feel like her heart's always been with Dennis. I feel like she really always loved Dennis, but I feel like he broke her heart when he cheated on her. And she chose to go and be with Simon because she thought that he could give her a better lifestyle. But her heart was always there with Dennis. Anytime he would come around, she just always had that certain look that she would give him. Like, we're not all the way done yet. Okay. Like, I'll fuck you right now, right? That's the look that she gave him when he would come over and see that baby because I was watching. Yes, I was. So she always had that, you about to get this thing right. That's the look that she gave Dennis. And I feel like he was like, yeah, let's go back and do that then. All right, but so during the conversation, Dennis revealed that he was interested in working with Drew because they were both navigating breakups at the time. Now, speaking about his split from Porsha, he admitted it was painful to see her so publicly involved with her now estranged husband, Simon, because y'all know Simon and Dennis were also friends, right? Did y'all know that? Yeah, they were cool. So imagine how hard that has to be. Your friend is marrying your baby mama, who you still low key is in love with, that you don't feel like you're done with yet, and you got to sit back and watch. And every time you go on your phone, let me see what's on Instagram. Porsha ass somewhere else getting married. Porsha booed up and hugged up and everything up with Simon. That had to be hard, right? So it goes on to say that most men act tough. This is what he's saying. And he said, but seeing her move on was a hard pill to swallow. So he's never really gotten over that. So he also suggested that Porsha's quick transition into a new marriage with Simon raised red flags. All right. Porsha is the type of woman, kind of like Cynthia Bailey, that I've noticed they cannot be without someone. There are certain people that's like that. You break up in one situation and you got to jump right into something else, and you don't have that in between time to heal. And then you're taking that baggage from here into the next situation, and it's going to always get you every time. We talk about this all the time on my channel. When you're dating, you got to take that healing point in your life before transitioning into something else, because you're jumping out the frying pan into the fire. And that can be dangerous because it's not fair for the other person coming into the situation that just want to love you to be hurt because you still hurt. It's not fair for them to come in and give 100% and give their all, and you still got heartstrings over here. It's not fair. So that's why it's important. Heal, learn yourself again, because of course we talk about this too. When you're in a relationship, sometimes you lose who you are and what you are. You got to relearn yourself. What I like again, what I want again. Who am I? Take yourself out on a date. Put your makeup on, take yourself out, go take yourself shopping, get your hair right, get some therapy, hang with your homegirls and let them, because you know your homegirls will always tell you the truth. If you got real homegirls, I got real homegirls will tell me the truth. And sometimes I got to look at them like, bitch, be like, yeah, Caramel, you know you on that bullshit. Like, calm that shit down. And I be needing that because I'm insubordinate as hell. So when I have girlfriends that can speak that truth to me and don't be yes men around, I don't want no yes men around me. I want a bitch that's gonna tell me the truth and set me on the right path when they see me fucking up. Okay, and that's what Porsha needs. Porsha got a lot of yes men around her. She does. That's why she keep fucking up. Your real homegirl is gonna put you in the right place to where you don't keep making the same mistakes, because they don't want to see you lose when they winning. Because the goal is that everybody win if we're in the same circle. That's how I rock with my friends. I want all us to win. And if I see my homegirl in a situation where she keep fucking up, I got to reel you in and be like, whoa. Why you keep doing this shit? This don't look good. Like, this don't look good. Come on. Come here. All right. This is what I need you to do. That's the kind of friend I am. All right. So if you can't tell me the truth, I don't want you around me. Sometimes it's going to irritate me because I like to do what I want to do. I'm grown. But at the end of the day, I'm taking it in. You don't see me taking it in. It's soaking in. Give me a little minute. Let it process. Let me digest it. And then we'll get back where we need to be. All right. But Dennis continues by saying that she left me, got married, and we back in the game. What that mean? Or back in the sheets. Is that what it means? Because she do specialize and sell sheets over there, girl. So Dennis remarked that implying that he and Porsha may be rekindling their relationship. I love it. I ain't mad at it. Okay, you got to get your money up though, because she ain't gonna stay there if your money ain't right. Porsha is about that coin. If your money, you better sell some more hot dogs, baby. You better hire some more people back there to make some more hot dogs, because baby, if that money ain't hitting, she gonna be getting. All right, let's move on. I sure did say it. All right, Britt Edie, let's talk about her since we're still in Real Housewives of Atlanta mode. Britt Edie from Real Housewives of Atlanta, baby, gets called out for not paying people. Now, Drew Sidora, you was called out for that too, and a few other people on this show. What is it? Because Bravo pay y'all well. Why y'all ain't up and paying people? We were hearing a lot about people over here on Real Housewives of Atlanta not paying people for their service. Sheree, you was doing that shit too. I think you're still doing it. We'll get back to it though. But for right now, Britt Edie, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Britt Edie is called out by an event planner for allegedly not paying. Ooh, child, let's get into it. Shout out to the girls are fighting, because they might be fighting, girl, if you don't cough up this money. All right.
Britt Edie lying again? You don't say. Well, the event decorator has now spoken out because she is not liking the way Britt made her and her company look on that recent episode. We all saw Britt scurrying around, acting like the event planner, coordinator, whoever was doing this event was slacking and unprofessional. So much so, she dragged Shamia and Kelly out onto the golf course, heels and all, and completely blame shifted everything onto this event decorator. Keyword decorator. Meet Bella from Infinity Events in Atlanta. She did reach out to me and she did post this very lengthy clarifying note about missing context from that episode and the event. Bella says that she was only hired on to decorate the venue, and that is all. She was not to be handling logistics.
I just came to dance, and that's all. That's what Bella said, girl.
Food, catering, any of that. Just decorating. Bella also clarified she only designed the menus to go on the placemats. Britt chose the food and was handling all of that separately. Bella then continues saying that the venue was not privately booked. It was open for business. So the reason why everything looked like it wasn't done, well, that's because things kept getting moved around, because paying clients are going to take priority. They also had to shift things around because production needed things to be a certain way to make it work. So Bella's like, I'm just running around trying to catch up with production, trying to catch up on where I'm supposed to set everything up and leave it. Meanwhile, we watch Britt in the episode clearly like lashing out at Bella, who's the event decorator, about why is everyone getting a menu and why do they think they're eating? They're not. Bella also says that the food situation was a lack of Brit's budget, not Bella's professionalism. Bella also is trying to get the rest of her payment from that event, allegedly. She also says she has the receipts, and if she needs to, she will present them. Oh, it was giving a fashion show with no fashions. Britt Edie lying.
Listen, that's some hot ghetto bullshit right there. Because how the fuck you go out here and get one fruit bowl and you got about 50 people and the fruit bowl gonna only feed 10? So the people were saying, and they said it on the show, that Britt did not have enough food. And you did not private the event, meaning any and everybody could just walk up and through there while one, you're filming, and two, you having a private situation that you invited your girlfriends over there for. So how the fuck you don't have no money and you asking people to dress up in their nice little Sunday best to come to your event, and you ain't even up and got no food. You ain't even got no damn alcohol to feed them, girl. You was looking a hot damn mess. I said, what kind of party is this? First of all, then you gave out these specialized gifts to your girlfriends. Shamil had to point out, you ain't even put no damn gift wrapping paper up in the bitch. You just threw the stuff up in the box. These cheap ass looking boxes look like to-go boxes you get from a damn restaurant. I was like, Britt, you done been in the industry too long. You done been, girl, listen, you done got gifts before. Now, word on the street is that you've been on your knees a lot out here in these Atlanta streets and whatnot. And you got a few scratches on your back from, you know, the friction of going back and forth like this, girl. But they say you stayed on your back a lot and on your knees a lot, too. So you done had a few little gifts because they say your mouth skills was good. So usually sometimes you like that, men give you gifts, okay? And with those gifts comes some wrapping paper. Okay, within those gifts come the wrapping paper. You got to pull that shit out, let this to get to your gift. Now, they said you sucked on a lot of good schlongs out there in the Atlanta streets. So you got some gifts. So you know how to get a good gift going. You know how to put together a good gift, especially for these bougie hoes that you work with on the show. Now, you know every one of these hoes is bougie, especially now Shamil this season, because Shamil got a little coin. So she's been subjected to living a certain lifestyle now. You can't hand Shamil no damn box with no wrapping paper. What the fuck were you thinking? And then you out here not paying people. That's Sheree's bullshit. Okay, I kindly pay you Saturday for a lap dance today. No, bitch, you will pay me today. That's what it gives. This is some ghetto mess. Okay, I cannot be around people who don't pay people. That shit is so fucking ignorant. Like, if you don't have the money for said event, downscale that shit and then upscale where you need to. All right, it's always a way to do it. You on the show, like, ask for the show. Hey, can y'all front me this so that I can have somewhere to film? Do you know how many weddings that Bravo and a lot of these networks pay for so that they can get good footage for said cast members? Girl, you got to talk to a production and say, hey, I'm trying to hold an event. I'm trying to call the girls together for a piece of my storyline. Can y'all front that and I give y'all that shit on the back end? That's how you do that. So you can at least appear to have that shit. You didn't even do that. And then from what they were saying on the show, in terms of what Porsha was saying, you didn't even have enough food for the people that you invited. But then you got other people who weren't invited coming in and just sitting down looking around like, what's going on here? What y'all having? Girl, that's a hot ghetto man. You know better than that, child. You know better, and you need to pay Bella. You need to pay Bella, okay? Because Bella done blew up all them motherfucking balloons. You see how big she is? She was already out of wind on the third balloon, and she done blew up all them goddamn balloons for your ass to have that party over there, and your funky ass, your funky mouthball smelling whopped ass did not pay this lady, and you need to pay her. Pay your fare. Damn, hoes be doing the most. Moving on, child. I'm mad like it's my money. All right, let's move on. Britt Edie, girl. First, you done got into the shit with Kenya over there. Now this. I don't know. I'm sick of you. I'm trying to like you, but now I don't like you no more because you don't pay people. I really was trying to like you, Britt. I said, you know what? Them hoes don't like Britt. I like Britt. Shit, I like you, Britt. But now I don't know. I got to take my like back. Shit. Moving on. All right, so Minnesota AG warns Trump pardoned. Won't save Derek Chauvin, child. Says that he still owes Minnesota that time. So even if he gets pardoned, all right, they're like, bitch, you still got some time over here. Carry the one, carry your ass over there and serve that time. That's what they're telling you. So let's get into it, girl, because he thought he got a little excited thinking that Trump was about to get him up out of there, but they were like, yeah, hold up, wait a minute. You got some time up over here to still serve. All right. So Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison isn't holding back when it comes to talk of Donald Trump possibly pardoning Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin is the one, y'all know, child. He done up and unalive one of our own, and I'm still mad about that shit. Now, it says that Ellison made it clear that even if Trump signs off on federal pardon, that Chauvin still has over 22 years to serve for his state conviction in Minna of the Soda Girl. Okay. Now, it says that he's going to do that time here or somewhere, Ellison says that the push for freedom that Chauvin, led by right-wing voices by, what is it, like Ben Shapiro, and even amplified by Elon Musk, I'm tired of his name too, is stirring outrage. It says, but Ellison says that it's less about justice and more about provoking division. Okay, yeah, he needs to stay in there. You need to stay in there, because every time I think about the video with you having your knee on that man's neck, it made me mad. It tells me that you intentionally took this man's life, even when you heard him calling out for his mother. And I don't feel like you should be free. Fuck being pardoned. It's too many police officers out here that's on the bullshit and unaliving people when you took an oath to protect and serve. All right. No. Protect and serve. Yes. Serve your time. That's what we need you to serve. You took an oath to protect and serve. We need you to serve your time. Fuck getting out. Yes, I know it's hard. Yes, they beat your ass while you was in there. That comes with the time. Okay, ask Tory Lanez. All right. Somebody released a whole video of him today. I was showing somebody today. Somebody released a whole video of Tory Lanez being attacked. That comes with being in prison. If you go in there, especially being a police officer, you don't stand a chance. As soon as they find out who you are, and by your case being a high-profile case, yeah, as soon as you walked in, they already had a list of ass whippings waiting for your ass. Oh, yeah, believe that. And you probably got some more on the list waiting. So should you be pardoned? No, Trump, sit your ass down. You need to be out of there, too. Trump needs to be out of there, too. Damn sure do. You need to be out of office. He run around here. Who's the other people he just pardoned? Them white people, child. When they won't pay their taxes and y'all lock Lauryn Hill ass up and Wesley Snipes. I said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Y'all done let the Chrisleys out and then had Lauryn Hill and Wesley Snipes serve their time. The devil is a lie. Y'all asses better stay in and serve y'all time, because I'm sick and tired of people being pardoned when they need to sit for a little bit. Okay, the Christians, y'all, I'm sorry, I like y'all show, but y'all ass need to sit for a little while too. All right, so Trump, you can pardon these nuts. That's what you can do when it comes to Derek Chauvin. All right, pardon these nuts, chestnuts, and not the one down there. I ain't got none down there, but the chestnuts. All right, the ones that be roasting on an open fire around Christmas. All right, moving on. Jussie Smollett, child, Jussie Smollett. That's what I renamed his ass, Jussie Smollett. Let's talk about him. Jussie Smollett with his lying ass. Motherfucker lying his sleep, lying and drooling, tossing and turning and lying and drooling. That's what he do. Jussie Smollett says that he wants to have a baby so damn bad. He said that I have not ruled out the possibility of having a baby with a woman. The motherfucker ain't got nothing else to do. See, you should have stayed in jail too, Jussie. You should have stayed your ass in jail too. Let's get into what he had to say, child. All right.
I want to have a baby so bad. I want to have a baby so bad.
How's the process gonna work for you? Like,
I had to, if I'm being completely transparent, I had to get this off my back.
Right.
Yeah. You know, because obviously going into an adoption process or anything like that, that it just makes it more difficult. Absolutely. I want to live my life and I want to do that. So, you know, I think adoption has always been something that's really, really close to me, and I've always wanted to adopt. I think that there are so many children out there that need good homes, which is, again, what we talk about in The Lost Holiday. My character and his husband are adopting a baby, Ariel, played by amazing little baby London Carter. And that's really, really close to me. There are so many children in this world, but I think that we sometimes forget that there's so many children, particularly in this country, that need to be adopted and need to have good homes with people that simply want to love them and raise them right. Yeah. And so I definitely will be adopting, but I also have not ruled out the possibility of, you know, having a baby with a woman, you know, carrying
old-fashioned way.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Kyle.
I
don't know, Kyle. But if I do it the old-fashioned way, I'll let you know, bro. I'll let you know. I'll be like, oh, God. I did it the old-fashioned way.
You got to come in with a different one.
I'm like, yo, I didn't know what I was missing.
Baby, the old man. I can see the headline.
Yo, literally, I saw Takara from Top Model yesterday at another place, and I was like, y'all, I'm questioning all of my choices. I said, maybe this gay thing is a choice. It's not, y'all. It's not.
Oh my God.
I want to have a baby.
See, that's why you got on them damn glasses, Justin, because your ass is lying up under there, okay? Y'all see me right over here. I told you I'd be trolling in the damn comments. Y'all see me over here. I said the baby gonna come out lying too. Now, whatever baby you have, the first thing they say is gonna be a damn lie. You talking about we need great people out here who can raise kids right. Hell, you won't even raise right. You still sitting out here lying about the situation, about that whole MAGA attack on your ass. And you rather pay out $50,000 than to say, hey, you know what? Look, I did this. Okay. Look, all jokes aside, I made the shit up for attention. I really did. You are still not taking accountability and telling people that you really did this shit when there were two witnesses, two other guys that were in on this bullshit with you that sat up there and said, hey, he actually paid me to do said thing. And you still have not admitted to it. Like, come on. Now you want to sit out here and adopt somebody. Now you want to mess somebody else's kid up out here the way they be out here acting a fool like you. No. And the old-fashioned way, who wants you climbing on top of them and doing their business? Child, bye. Anybody want Justice Smollett climbing on top of them, child? Girl, no. Who is desperate out here like that? Not me, girl. I don't know. So that's what Justin Lyett had to say. I think you need to go to some therapy and not focus on kids right now. Because it's enough kids out there and it's enough homes out there that we can send them to, not sending them to yours. All right. They don't need to be nowhere near your damn home because you over there on that MAGA bullshit saying that people did something. It'd be something with a child then. Oh, let's move on to some basketball wife new child. I ain't got no more for him. Bye, Jussie. Goodbye. Yeah, child. The lies be in the eyes. The lies is in your eyes, okay? Get them lies out your eyes. That's why you got them damn shades on. The lies all up and through your damn eyes like a cataract. All right, moving on. Jennifer Williams' child defends not being legally married to Christian Gold despite their wedding. She says that we took vows in front of God, and that's our pastors co-sign. You had two of them, girl. So two pastors co-sign you marrying a fraud. Gotcha. Let's get into what she's had to say, child. Shout out to the Jasmine Crockett.
Oh my God, that our pastors co-sign that. And the reason why we couldn't do the legal situation, that is how it works when you get married out the country.
You know, maybe Jen was using her degree that she likes to brag about, cum laude or whatever that is, to not sign the paperwork and getting married. Because she know that she might be having to pay for these legal issues and all this other stuff. So she might be smarter than we think.
I did my wedding in Paris, which I wanted to do. We were supposed to go to Vegas before we even went to Paris and do a fun thing in the US.
Yeah.
And because of the that happened prior, that didn't happen. But we're still going to do that. Lord. We're making it official.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you having people there?
Very,
Is it private?
very, very minimal.
Did I make the list or no?
I don't know, because here's the thing. We want people around us that support us. I'm saying that because we had a conversation. You are like, I'm not getting in the middle of it. But then when we were at the challenge, we were still kind of in the middle of it. You don't want to talk about your husband. People don't want to talk about that's going on in their house. Leave my out of it too.
Jen,
that's my family. I'm dead ass serious. The conversation about Christian needs to come to a screeching halt.
Girl, bye. You ain't got nothing over there. Who is these pastors? Is it Jamal Bryant and did Eddie Sloan wake up from the dead to come and sign some paperwork for your fraud ass to go over here and marry this fraud ass nigga that don't pay no fucking child support and don't pay his lawyers? We already talked about that. Nigga don't pay nobody and he ain't paying you no mind while he's slowly reeling you into his criminal activity So you're going to be getting 3 to the back when it's all over. Jennifer Williams, honey, may not be legally married to Christian Gold, but that does not mean their relationship is not solid. Why? Because some fraud-ass pastors and signed some shit together. So you don't went to Las Vegas and had Elvis stand up there in a tight-ass suit with a wedgie and marry y'all, and now you feel like God is in it, girl. No. Said she declared that they took vows before God. God ain't got nothing to do with this. And their pastors during their overseas wedding, child. Bye. Said that while they've not filed the official paperwork like Yandy and Mendices over there, that seemingly doesn't change the way that they feel about one another. From one fraud to another. Gotcha. So TJB, shout out to the Jasmine brand. That's who that is. TJB crew said that would you go through with the wedding? I'm sorry, and hold off on getting the marriage certificate. Would you guys marry somebody in that situation? I keep saying he must be great in bed. He must have caved your forehead on, child, when he went between your legs or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, Jennifer, because it's given that every single solitary situation that you find yourself in is always some bullshit. Like you had one to steal your damn car, another one was seeing men, another one, child, it was a mess. Tim is in prison right now for unaliving his damn nephew. You wanted to marry Tim after he done talked about taking your lug nuts off your damn car, which we know how that shit was going to end. Okay, it's going to be a whole Geronimo situation where your ass can't stop. I mean, what else do we have? Girl, everybody you meet and try to attach yourself to, it is crazy. And this one ain't no different. He's a fast talker. Obviously, to be a scammer and a fraud artist, he has to be able to have that mouthpiece to be able to convince you otherwise. And it's given that he's fast talked you into marrying him, putting him on your bank accounts, which I thought was the dumbest shit ever. Because as soon as this situation goes under, like it's going to do in every situation he finds himself in, like, did you go and do any history on before he got with you? Because word on the street is his girlfriend before you, girl. She was in the whole damn hospital almost unalive on account of him. And he served prison time, federal at that, behind said situation. I mean, right? What's up, Lisa Bell? Thanks for being here. I mean, damn, how many times do you have to be in that situation? Now she's getting mad because people who are supposed to be her friends around her are telling her the truth. And usually that's how people be that don't want to hear it. Sometimes people kind of have to go through things when you tell them so many times and they don't want to hear you. They don't want to hear the truth. She's grown. Let her hit that wall. And sometimes people got to hit it more than one time before they get it. And Jennifer obviously is one of those people. I ain't gonna keep telling you the same shit over and over. Girl, hit that wall. Knock a few teeth out and maybe you'll get it. And if you don't, bitch, I'm moving on. I don't want no scammer around me. So if she like it, I love it. I said he got to be good in bed because he ain't giving you shit else. He ain't paying no child support. He's a deadbeat ass daddy. And you talked about in the episode the other day, you might want to have some kids with him. Bitch, he ain't taking care of the ones he got. Like, damn, infants don't eat oodles and noodles, bitch. Like, hello, he ain't got no money. But moving on, child. You're going to be putting oodles and noodles in your baby bottle because the nigga is broke, okay? He owes restitution for the prostitution. Okay, restitution for the prostitution out here, girl. That's what it's giving. Moving on, child. We got a content creator out here who almost got beat up by Gene Deal. Usually I don't like to talk about content creators, but we got to talk about this because it's a thing, all right? So I've watched him a few times. I think he's funny as hell, all right? Have you guys watched Donat? This young man, he's very funny. If you guys have not been on his channel, I guess go watch, I guess. But he almost caught a fade with Gene Deal. Gene Deal let him know, nigga, I will knock your fucking ass out here, okay? He tried to have some words with Gene. I was like, hold on. No, you not about to run up on Big Gene, baby. Big Gene, yeah. Big Gene was a bodyguard. Big Gene knocked niggas out for a living. So, yeah. I don't know about that. All right, so Donat. Okay, so the man approaches Gene Deal in the courtroom and a fight almost broke out and said that some lady got in the middle and was trying to protect Gene Deal. I'm sorry. Said that even though his feet are taller than her. So y'all get ready to see. I'm going to show y'all both videos because I have them. Shout out to Emily Knows Everything, honey, because baby, I was scrolling like, whoa, let me go back. I had to spin the block. So a man starts a fight with Gene Deal inside the courtroom. So this guy here with the book bag on, his name is Donat. If you guys have not watched him, go look him up on YouTube. He's a YouTube content creator. He talks a lot of shit. He's funny as hell. He does a lot of celebrity commentary, if you will. So y'all check him out. Let's get into what happened because Gene let him know, bitch, I'll lay you down out here from this fucking courthouse. Try it. Run up.
Okay, I'm not the type of dude that you can come up on like
Bro,
this.
listen. We out here
what kind of content?
You're not going to tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me. Bro, listen, if you come up on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
That's what I say. That's what I say. That's what I say. No, bro, shit. I said I'm a bitch. You gonna misgender me now? Now it's fucking anti-Asian because I'm Asian. So now you harassing me. I am protected by anti-Asian hate.
Go down the road
now
with
you
that. I'm not the
Yeah.
type of dude that you can come up on like
Bro,
that.
listen. We out here
What kind of content?
You're not gonna tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me.
Bro, listen.
If you come up on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
That's what I say. That's what I say. That's what I say. That's what I say. No, bro, shit. I said I'm a bitch. You gonna misgender me now? Now it's fucking anti-Asian because I'm Asian. So now you harassing me. I am protected by anti-Asian hate.
Go down the road
Now
with
you
that.
misgenderizing.
All right, so as you guys know, Denard flew to New York so that he can get some Diddy footage, child. He want to be boots on the ground for the Diddy trial, okay? Yes, child. So he's been there a few days now because I do follow him. I was like, what the fuck, do not do that? So he's there trying to get some footage too. So he had a little run-in with your girl. What's the girl's name? What's the girl name? What's the girl name? Y'all help me, the blogger with the puffy hair, light skin, pretty girl. No homo. What's her name? I like her. I can't remember her name. Oh my God. Tisa Tales. Thank you. Oh, thank you, child. Tisa Tales. So Tisa Tales is also in New York, child, getting that footage. So Denard had a little run-in with Tisa Tales also while he was there because he was trying to have a conversation, I think, with Gene Deal or another celebrity or whoever was out there. And he was trying to ask questions to said celebrity, and Tisa stepped in between them and overtalked. So she kind of overtook the conversation, and it made him upset. So he talked about it on his platform about how Tisa kind of disrespected him and stepped into the middle of their conversation and kind of took over it and then got, her little piece of information that she needed for her channel. And he was just kind of looking like, what the fuck? So yeah, so now he has like some type of run-in or conversation that went left with Gene Deal, who we all know would check you and get your ass all the way together. And I'm like, Denard, what the fuck? You probably want to do that with Gene, because Gene would knock your ass the fuck out. But let's watch it one more time, and then I'm gonna show y'all the other video, because baby,
I'm not the type of dude that you can come up on like
Bro,
that.
listen. We out here
What kind of content?
You're not gonna tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me.
Bro, listen.
If you come up on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
That's what I say. That's what I say. That's what I say. No, bro, shit. I said I'm a bitch. You gonna misgender me now? Now it's fucking anti-Asian because I'm Asian. So now you harassing me. I am protected by anti-Asian hate.
Go down the road
Now
with
you
that.
misgenderizing.
let's get to the other video, because baby, they won't done. I said, oh my God, what's going on here? Oh, girl. The girls are girling out here, okay? Hold up. Let's get the other video up, child. Child. Denard, I like you, but baby, that's doing too much. Gene Deal is not the one to do that with. So shout out again to Emily Knows Everything, honey, because she caught it all. Let's watch.
Lady, what did you do to Mr. Gene Deal inside the courtroom right before my eyes? And why did I have to get in your face like this and tell you to step back from him? Why did I have to stand in front of Mr. Deal behind me and tell you to back up off of him?
Because it was two men handling the business.
And then what happened? But what happened?
That's for me to know.
But what did you do? So why are you not telling the truth? My name is Candle. I'm transparent. I'm
look
true.
how you right here. I can't have the same
Candor.
energy with you, sweetheart. I can't.
But you didn't have the same energy with him when he came outside either.
When he came outside, he left.
Man,
yo.
get out of here.
He left.
Doing it right.
He left, yo. What are you talking? Am I supposed to be ignorant? Why did they let you here? You stink, bitch. Comb your hair. Your hair look like a bird nest. You look like a fucking pelican. You a loser. Lady, please.
What did you do to Mr. Gene Deal inside the courtroom right before my eyes? And why did I have to get in your face like this and tell you to step back from him? Why did I have to stand in front of Mr. Deal behind me and tell you to back up off of him?
Because it was two men handling the business.
And then what happened? But what happened?
That's for me to know.
But what did you do? So why are you not telling the truth? My name is Candle. I'm transparent. I'm
look
true.
how you right here. I can't have the same energy with you, sweetheart. I can't.
But you didn't have the same energy with him when he came outside either.
When he came outside, he left,
Man,
yo.
get out of here.
He left.
Doing it right.
He left, yo. What are you talking? Am I supposed to be ignorant? Why did they let you here? You stink, bitch. Comb your hair. Your hair look like a bird nest. You look like a fucking pelican. You a loser. Lady, please.
What did you do to Mr.
So you stink and your hair look like a bird nest. Get out of here. What? Yo. Now, if y'all, like I said, if y'all ain't never been on his channel before, he is very raw. That's why I like him, because he said what the fuck he want to say, and he is funny as hell. He reads down. He stay going off on, I think it's Ratchet TV. I watched a couple of his videos. He stay going off on Ratchet TV. He don't like Armand Wiggins either. That they stay going at it. So if you want to get a nice little laugh in the gag, I'm going to send you on over there, because baby, I'll be over there laughing too. He done read this lady down. Why she is this loud, I don't know. I don't like for people to approach me and be loud like that. I don't like that shit. Now, that'll make me snap off on your ass right there. But she's doing a lot right now with her little toe-up jean jacket on. Let's watch one more time.
The Gene Deal inside the courtroom right before my eyes. And why did I have to get in your face like this and tell you to step back from him? Why did I have to stand in front of Mr. Deal behind me and tell you to back up off of him?
Because it was two men handling the business.
And then what happened? But what happened?
So it's given she had nothing to do with this, but she saw said interaction or altercation from afar, and she decided to insert herself in the middle for maybe some clout. Okay, for some clout, because she done ran back up in his face on that same energy again, and he done had to read her ass and tell her ass stank out here in front of everybody. And I'm like, oh my God. So let's continue.
But what did you do? So why you not telling the truth? My name is Candor. I'm transparent. I'm
look
true.
how you right here. I can't have the same energy with you, sweetheart. I can't.
But you didn't have the same energy with him when he came outside either.
When he came outside, he left.
Man,
yo.
get out of here.
He left. Doing it right. He left, yo. What are you talking? Am I supposed to be ignorant? Why did they let you here? You stank, bitch. Comb your hair. Your hair look like a bird nest. You look like a fucking pelican. You a loser. Lady,
what did you do to Mr. G?
Damn, Donat. Okay. That's, oh God, that went left, didn't it? All right, so let me show y'all one more time the interaction between he and Gene Deal. Then we're going to get out of here, child. Oh God. I don't know what the issue was. Maybe he got mad because and I'm just going to hypothetically say, maybe it was because he was trying to get his footage and or little street interview with Gene Deal whenever Tisa kind of stepped in, and maybe he felt like that was disrespectful. I don't know what it was. I don't want to speculate too much, but I feel like it might have been that, or maybe he said something to Gene, and maybe Gene said something smart, because Gene will get smart with your ass. I've seen enough videos and interviews with him. But whatever the exchange was, it went left, and it caused the two of them to be in a verbal exchange in which Gene kind of got upset and began walking towards him, let him know, you don't talk to me that way, and I'll knock you the fuck out if you do it again. All right. I was like, oh shit. So obviously the knot didn't look like he was afraid at any point, because he wasn't trying to walk off and kind of calm the situation down. So let's watch one more time.
Bro, listen. We out here get kind of content. You're not gonna tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me.
Bro, listen.
If you come up on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
Now he's filming Gene Deal, which of course you know it's gonna make him mad. A lot of people get a lot of footage from what I've seen with Gene coming to the courthouse. I feel like the knot was trying to get some information that maybe everybody else didn't get yet, or wasn't able to get yet. A lot of people were running up to him, so I feel like he felt a little way when Tisa kind of slighted him with her, jumping in between Gene Deal and the Knot's conversation. But he's doing a lot right here. Let's go.
That's what I say. That's what I say. That's what I say. No, bro.
She had nothing to do with it, and here she come out of the courthouse loud and just doing the most.
Shit, I said I'm a bitch. You gonna misgender me now? Now it's fucking anti-Asian because I'm Asian. So now you harassing me. I am protected by anti-Asian hate.
Go down the road
with
that. I'm not the type of dude.
So watch he pick up his phone and film Gene. I think that kind of pissed him off a little bit too.
Bro, listen. We out here get kind of content. You're not gonna tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me.
Bro, listen.
If you come up on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
That's what I say. That's what I say.
All right, so yeah, that went all the way left. This Diddy Trial child is bringing out the worst in everybody. Okay, everybody getting attitudes out here. So I hope they figure this shit out for somebody to mess around and get locked up in damn New York. It ain't worth it. Okay, we just came up off a holiday. You don't want to be locked up with a holiday right there. Okay, so let's bring this shit down. Y'all figure it out. This is 21 hours ago. All right, yeah, figure this out. This whole Diddy Trial got everybody in an antsy. People flying in trying to get this footage, child. Listen, I'm just getting mine from the blog. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got no time for people running up on me, arguing and getting loud. I don't like that shit. I'll snap off on the bitch too. But that's it, and that's all for our show. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to leave some comments because I do read them. All right. Please tap that like button as well if you enjoyed the show. Even if you didn't enjoy the show, please tap the like because you're here. All right. Damn. So thank you to my mods, Belle Wilson, KBR, Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Also, thank you, Rose Armstead and True TV Podcast. Y'all always do an awesome job. And my Caramelians. I see Schoolboys in the house. Y'all shout out to Schoolboy. Y'all go over and check her out because she does have some great commentary over there. The Queen Speak TV. Thank you for coming over. Love Sunny Days. I see you in the building. Do we have any more? Mods, please let me know right quick if we have any more content creators that stop by to show support so that we can give them their credit for being here. Okay. If nothing else, I'm gonna give it a couple seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do we have any more? No more content creators in the building. All right. So shout out to all the content creators. If I missed your name, please do not be upset with me for not getting for not calling you out. Queen Speaks TV, I called her out. Thanks for being here, love. And thanks for all the content creators. I appreciate you. All my Caramelians. I'm gonna try to hit you guys back with another video or videos. We'll see how the YouTube streets be looking today, child, because y'all know I always find something to talk about anyway. But in the meantime, guys, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful hump day, and I will see you guys again, okay? Until the next one. Oh, child, they don't move my stuff around. Hold on. Until the next one, let's go.
You can still go. Bye. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go.